Hello, our dearest viewers. You are highly welcome to the Zealot School of Marketing, where we simplify marketing for absolute beginners, marketing professionals who are looking to up their game, and then entrepreneurs or business owners who want to maximize their profits and increase their revenue, and then just understand how marketing can transform their business. If you're coming across our channel for the very first time, you, my dear, are highly welcome. This is a good time to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any of the amazing contents, videos, lessons we have in store for you. Alright, so let's get started with today's class. So the topic of today's class is marketing analytics, how to track your success. So if you have been following us, you know that we try to explain and break down marketing to its simplest form so that anybody can actually learn the skill of marketing, or they can actually improve their marketing and see tremendous results. So marketing analytics is one of the most important aspects of marketing. And what is marketing analytics? This is simply how you measure and track the success of your marketing campaigns. Now, if you're not tracking your efforts, it's really hard to know what is working and what is not working. And that's a mistake you don't want to make, trust me, right? So we're going right into the key metrics that you should be watching. You should not take your eye off to get the most out of your marketing. Okay, so like I said, marketing analytics involves tracking and analyzing data from your marketing efforts to understand how well they are performing. So as a marketer, you need to understand that you'll be doing a lot of tracking, a lot of analyzing, and a lot of improving based on the data that you have at your disposal. So don't just assume that, okay, if I learn a strategy, it's cast in stone. It is not cast in stone. You need to be reading, you need to be researching, and you need to be testing, because a lot of times, even what you study might not fit perfectly into the context that you are using it for. You might learn from a world-class marketer, global marketer, who is giving you the American context. Now, by the time you bring it to Nigerian context, it might be a little differences here and there, and you don't want to copy and paste and then struggle when your results do not match your effort. So you need to keep an eye on these metrics. Keep a very close eye. Your job is to analyze, is to track, is to measure as much as it is to try to test and to market. The metrics that you need to keep an eye on are metrics like website traffic, your email open rate. And don't think that they are not so important, right? All we want is sales. No, these are the metrics that will eventually convert to sales, eventually result to sales. So you track them so that at the end of the day, they will amount to sales. So when you understand your data, right, you'll be able to make better informed decisions. That's the fact. And to help you optimize your campaigns, and you get better results, right? You can't help. So if you do what you need to, your results will be unquestionable. You definitely get better results. So other metrics you need to also pay attention to. You have your social media engagement and your conversions finally, right? So we'll be going into like the metrics now, like for you, like in-depthly going into the metrics you need to track. So if you have a jotter, a notepad, a pen, this is a good time to take notes of these metrics so that you go back and then ensure that you are consistently tracking the metrics I'll be explaining in a couple of seconds. So the key metrics that every business should be tracking are: number one, your website traffic. If you have a website, this is something you should not play with, because a lot of times you're sending traffic to your website, you're sending people to your website. So you want to know what's happening on your website. You want to know the people that are visiting your website. Where are they coming from? What's their demography? How old are they? What's their gender? What's their occupation? It will help you understand the people that resonate with what you do. And then if you know if there is an issue. So if you're trying to target men and women are coming to your website, you know that you need to change something or adjust something. But trying to target younger people and you have older website visitors, immediately you know something is wrong, and then you can fix it early enough without complaining later on that people are not buying your products or services. The next metric you need to actually pay attention to is your conversion rate. And we have a video where we explain how to calculate your conversion rate. So after this, you can actually just find it and then watch it so that you know how to calculate your conversion rate. So what percentage of visitors that get to your website are taking the desired action, right? How many of them are making a purchase, that's paying for something, or signing up for something? Conversion is just number of people that take the action that you want them to take. So if that action is sign up for a newsletter, how many people are actually signing up? If it's to fill a form, you would see the data, you see the number of people that clicks your ad, and you see the number of people that filled your form. So you'll be able to figure out what is happening between when they click your ad and when they fill your form. So you know what to fix at that point, right? So this is a metric you cannot afford to ignore. Then another metric is your customer acquisition cost. Also, we have videos where we explain this in details, right? But then this simply means how much are you spending to acquire every new customer that your business acquires, so that you have an idea what you're doing when your marketing is being more effective and when it's costing you too much money. So if you have spent, let's say, 5,000 naira to acquire each particular customer, then you know that, okay, if it increases, something is happening, something is going on that you need to pay attention to. But if it decreases, you're doing something right. So you have to pay attention to that. And then your return on investment, your ROI. Now, are your campaigns generating more revenue than you are spending? So you need to be able to keep track of it. That's another mistake businesses make. They feel like, I just want to do a 10,000 naira ad and my product is like 100,000 and I want to sell 20 pieces of the product, right? So it doesn't work like that. If you're selling a product of 100,000 naira and you want to sell like 20, right? You should be able to spend like a 200,000 naira and then now calculate your ROI. Okay, if you're spending 200,000 to get 2 million, right? That makes a lot of sense. So that's why you need to keep your eyes on all of these metrics. And then, we have the email metrics. So if you're using email marketing, this is so important because email marketing is very effective. Again, we have videos on this. You can refer to them. Your open rates, your click-through rates, your unsubscribe rate, they help you know if you're doing something right and help you determine the success of your email campaigns, right? So if people are not opening your emails, you know something has happened. Either you do not have your right target audience, or you have not really communicated value, or people don't trust you, right? And then, of course, when they open, how many of them click and how many of them unsubscribe? That's the people that are saying, no, please, you are disturbing me. I don't want you, right? So pay attention to these metrics. As hard as they may be, as hurtful as they may be, don't ignore them. Don't ignore them because it's like the hard truth. Okay, so the more you know what to fix, what to correct, and what help to even look out for, because if you do not even know that you have issues in the first place or that you have struggles, you wouldn't even know how to ask for help or look for help. So that's why we exist here. So if you have any of these issues, you track your metrics and you realize that the math is not matching, feel free to let us know in the comment section. Just drop your issues in the comment section and we will respond to you right away. So the next or the final metrics there are more, but for the purpose of this class, these are the ones we'll be focusing on. So the next one that you need to track is your social media engagement. So your likes, your follows, your shares, your comments, and your followers. This will show you how well your social media strategy is working or your social media content is resonating with your audience, right? And I don't want you to overly focus on this because sometimes it could lead to vanity metrics, right? So you're focusing on things that will not really convert. Like there are people that are very obsessed with their follower count. It's a good indicator. It should be a good indicator of the progress you are making. But it's not all in all. Like your success and failure does not rely on or does not depend on how many followers you have. Right, so don't try to buy followers, right? No, you might end up buying followers and not your audience, and then you end up struggling. All right, so next we are moving to the tools. Now that you know that you need to measure your analytics and your marketing efforts, now that you know that you cannot take your eyes off them, you need to track them. We are now going to move to the tools that you can use to effectively monitor, track, and analyze your marketing efforts. Now, there are a lot of tools you can use. Marketing is very broad. I don't think there's anybody that really can know it all, right? And you learn every day and the trends are evolving every day. But there are some important tools, vital tools that you cannot afford to neglect if you really want to measure and monitor your marketing efforts. So one of these is your Google Analytics, right? So this helps you track, this is where you track your website traffic. This is where you track your user behavior and your conversion. So if you sell on your website, this is so important. So we have videos on how to use these tools, so you can refer to them. And we have your Facebook and Instagram insights. So every platform, interestingly, to say how important analytics are currently in today's world, every platform has that back-end space where you get to see your insights and your analytics. So Facebook and Instagram, that's Meta, is no exception, right? So you go to your professional dashboard, and then you just have access to all of the analytics, the posts you've made within the past week. You can change your calendar to reflect the months, the weeks, the years, however it is you want. And then you're seeing, okay, your engagement rate, your click rate, how many people actually clicked on your post, how many people commented, you get your engagement, your likes, your followers, your follower count, whether it's increased or it decreased. I remember seeing a creator have his follower count really reduced, and then he was coming out to ask his followers, what's happening, what am I getting wrong, why are people unfollowing me? And that's a very, very effective strategy, because he will find out something and then he will know how to improve on it, how to fix it. Yeah, so this is not a place to maybe just keep to yourself or be proud about it. Ask questions, check these things so that you can even know what's wrong, and then you know the right questions to ask. So the next tool to use is your email marketing tool. So if you use MailChimp or any of the email marketing platforms, track your email campaign metrics. And then finally, your CRM platforms, they are so important. We have videos on how to use the CRM platform, so you can refer to that. But this will help you track your lead generation and your conversion to customers, how many of your leads actually convert to customers, and all the interactions you've had with your particular customers or your particular audiences. You just see the whole lifetime of your engagements and interactions with your prospective customers up until when they become proper paying customers. All right, so if you watched this video till this point, thank you so much. You are amazing. I believe that you gain value. You got value from your time. And this is a good place to remind you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, so that you do not miss out on any of the very educative and vital content and classes and lessons that we have in store for you. Now, just to summarize what we have learned today, measuring your marketing efforts is essential for your growth. You can't grow if you really don't know what is working and what is not working. And when you track the right metrics, you can optimize your campaign, and then you would ensure that you're getting the best return on investment. So in our next class, we'll teach you how to use data to refine your marketing strategy. So you don't want to miss our next class. And then also, before we call it a day, do well to use the comment section if you have not done so already, right? We love to hear your feedback. We want to know, what questions do you have? What concerns do you have? What gray areas do you have? And we'll be more than ready. What are you struggling with? What have you learned from today's class? Let it all out. Let us know. This channel exists to teach you marketing, to help you become a better marketer. That's why we started the Zealot School of Marketing channel. And that purpose will be defeated if you do not give us your feedback. So let us know in the comment section. Don't get tired. Drop as many comments as you want, and then we'll, of course, respond to you. And then finally, do well to share this video with friends, families, and complete strangers, because we know how difficult it is to run a business or to build a business, a successful business in Nigeria. And we know how people are even without skills and need to upskill, right? So let's share widely. You might be helping someone and they'll be grateful that you actually give them the solution to the problem they've been dealing with in silence. All right, see you in our next class, right? And keep being amazing. And don't forget to implement everything you've learned from today's class. And do take care of you.